So hi everyone, thanks for joining us for the tennis tutorial. This is one of the last tutorials we're doing. We saved one of the hardest ones for last. If you're a beginner and you've given this a try, you might realize that tennis is a lot harder than it looks when you're watching someone else play it. So hopefully our experts here tonight will help us shed some light on it and help the beginners get started at this game. So the goal for tennis is going to be to win one set. So that's to win 6 games in a single set. So you'll see that there's 3 sets when that score box comes up. You just need to keep playing until you finish a set where you are the winner of that set. And you'll see the scores flashing when a game is over. And just so you know, a game is, when you see these scores on the left side, it'll say like 15 and then 30 and then, advantage, etc. And when you win one group of those, you call that a game. And then winning 6 games is before your opponent wins 6 games, wins a set for you. And overall, a match is winning the majority of the sets in that match. So we're only going up till you get one completed set. So at best, it'll take you 6 games in order to do it. We've got BadBrakes here tonight. His video screen's on the left, and he knows quite a bit about this game, so he's going to be demonstrating some stuff for us. And we've also got Christian, who has been working on speedrunning this game, and he's been playing on Mode 5, so we'll have to have him dial it down a little bit to show us some Mode 3 strats, but Mode 3 is what we're playing it on for the actual race. And we've got Mythical 9 and myself, Fiesel, on the top right. So we're noobs to this game. We basically just started it today, so we don't know what we're doing yet. So we're going to represent the beginner's perspective. So without further ado, I think we'll start this thing off. And Christian, to begin with, is going to explain some of the basics for how to play this game. For people who haven't played before, we'll talk about how this game is supposed to be played. And then after that, we'll get into what you should know about it as a speedrunner or as a racer of it.
I think we should that it could go to it's called a tie break. So you need to win with 2 games to win the set.
Yeah, if it goes 6-6, you go to a tiebreaker.
Okay, yeah, you have to be ahead by 2. I see.
Yeah, so it's 6-4 and he wins. I think you need to win by 7-5.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so if you get, we should probably mention that in the rules, that it's not just a matter of winning 6 games, you have to win 6 games or more, as long as you have at least 2 games more than your opponent at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, good point. Anyway, so Christian, you're going to give us the introduction to this game and explain how to play?
Alright. Tennis is a very tricky game. I think you already know that. Hitting the ball determines, or rather, the timing of your hits determines the direction the ball will take. So, grinding that out is very, very important. As for a beginner, I think it's a good strategy for beginners is to just run back and forth below the baseline. That's a line at the bottom on the screen, and just play the ball back and forth, and try to get the feeling for the timings. If you hit a forehand, that's on the right side of your character. If you hit the ball at the first frames of your swing, it will fly to the right and gradually move straighter, and then very late in the swing it will move to the left.
Okay. And
vice versa for backhands.
So you only have one button, right? Both buttons do the same thing. Is that correct? No, they don't. Okay.
A button is a low and B button is a lob. You should only use lobs when the computer moves forward to the net. And as a beginner, I recommend you do that every time. Do not try to pass him with a low ball. He will probably just smash it. So, another thing, a little trick, that when the computer hits the ball towards you, the game will draw let's say an imaginary line. When you cross that line, your character will turn. So So that's a good way to get a feeling for the range of your shot. So once your character turns, you have now passed the entire line, and when you swing, you will get the perfect hit without the risk of hitting yourself. Because that is also a very big thing for beginners, getting a distance between you yourself and the ball. Well, what's next?
Okay, so I guess I see. It's computing the line of the ball, and when you cross that, that's when it changes which way your character is facing. So
Yeah.
you sort of like use that to figure out where the ball is going. You can just see when your character switches over.
Yes. So that's a good little sign. Another thing for beginners is if you're hitting the ball out a lot, you should always try to do forehands on the right side of the court and backhands on the left side of the court. It's it's much easier to actually hit the ball later in the swing and than earlier. So if you are on the right side of the court, hit the forehand, hit it a little early, the ball won't fly straight out. It will do a crossover to the other side of the court, and the chance of hitting it out is pretty low. So
Wait, so if I'm on the right side of the court, I want my body to be to the left of the ball, you're saying?
yeah. Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
and if I'm on the left side of the court, I want my body to be to the right of the ball. So mostly
Yeah.
I'm staying sort of centered on the court. I mean, relative to where the line of the ball is, I'm more towards the center.
I don't. What do you mean by that, really?
I'm just trying to. Wait. So if the ball's going to the right side of the court, I want to be to the left of the ball.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, got it. Sure.
And be careful when the computer tries to run to the net, so you don't accidentally do a low shot.
Yeah, he will totally smash it on you. Especially if you're trying to hit it cross court.
Yeah, that's really bad. So always lob it when he does that. That's really safe. Well, let's do some basic serving, I guess.
Okay.
The easiest way to serve is, well, just mash the button. There's no risk you hit it in the net or hit it out. So until you are ready to experiment with the height of the ball on the serve, because you will throw it up in the air, and depending on the height of the ball will determine the speed of your serve. So if you just mash the button, you will get it every time.
Oh yeah.
So
Right.
aiming the serve, the further to the sideline you stand, the further to the opposite sideline you will aim. And the same thing, if you stand closer to the center mark, you will aim closer to the center mark. But the speed of your ball or serve will also determine the direction you serve also, so keep that in mind. The best way, I think, to get the smashable return is to stand as far or as close as you can to the sidelines. There's a very high chance the computer will return the ball you can just place in the open side of the court.
Stay near the sidelines?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I hit the ball and I hit it back. Oh my god.
If the ball just kind of doesn't go anywhere, I'm guessing it's because it hit me and not my racket.
huh? What do you mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I swing and the ball just dribbles at my feet, and it's
Oh, yeah,
probably
you-
because it hit. Yeah, I just.
Yeah, you will hear a sound. You will hear a sound when that happens. It's a very distinct one.
I see.
there's actually a small chance that you can hit the ball after it hit you, but it's only happened to me once, so...
Yeah, I made it happen once also. I could hit
So-
it, but I got the sound by that it was a fault. But then I got it over somehow. I won the point.
Yeah, so if a ball hits you just the key swing, it might work.
Okay, so when I'm serving, I can choose where I'm serving from, like where along the baseline.
Yeah.
What do you recommend? Towards the center line or towards the sideline?
I think he said the sideline increases your chances of getting a smashable return.
Oh, the sideline, a smash will return. Okay, so
Yeah.
got it. And
I
after,
got
sorry, go on.
Well, that's probably the easiest way to serve, I think. There's no tricks, it's just a good percentage of getting a favorable return, so nothing to it.
All right, so what should I do on the return? So I serve from the sideline, or close to the sideline, and then what do I do after the ball is launched? Should I be waiting? Where should I be waiting for the return?
Yeah, let's talk about smashes, I guess.
Okay.
You should always be at the net, because winning a point from the baseline is, well, it's pretty hard. So as soon as you have served or returned his serve, you should run to the net. If he also runs to the net, you should probably back off and do a lob and then return to the net.
Okay.
And there are two types of smash. There are forehand and backhand smash. The forehand smash has its hitbox placed almost on top on you, with almost no reach to the right. But the backhand smash is placed very far to the left of your character. So it's really easy to do a forward or overhead smash and just miss the ball because it was too far to the right of you. But if it had been a backhand smash, it would have been no problem. So that's something to keep in mind. And use a line trick to determine which kind of smash you will get. So
I think that middle line in the courts, you need to be like, let's see here.
yeah, you need to.
I'd say about 4 or 5 pixels above that line to be safe when you smash.
You mean your third line in the middle?
The
you
middle line of the court, the one I'm running now. Let's see, I'm gonna run it again. Here.
Okay, that line, the horizontal line.
Yeah, I think you need to stand like at least 5 pixels over that line to be sure you won't smash in the net. Because if you're on that line and smash, you're gonna smash in the net.
Okay, so you don't run all the way up to the net, do you?
No, you run all the way to the net. You
okay.
should where you want to place yourself in the serve squares when you smash later. That depends on the kind of return you get from the computer. If it hits a really high lob, you should back off a bit and swing and see if you can hit it. You just really have to get a feel for it.
I see. Yeah, I think that was my problem, is that it was too high for me to hit. So I guess if it's not too high, then you do stay at the net and you can just knock it right back. But you may have to back off a little bit, but you're still going to be staying on the forward part of the court, right? I mean, you're not, at worst, you're going to go, as BadBrakes said, maybe a little bit above that horizontal line in the middle.
Yeah. So you really have to get a feel for what kind of a lob he does.
Okay.
You can, well, tell it pretty easy, but or rather, how should I say it? How fast the ball races after he hits it, that really determines the height of a lob. So if it races very, very fast, really, and moves quickly towards you, you should just back off to the baseline and hit the normal return. That's the really safest. But
And
if
you're
it
so
doesn't-
damn fast that you can actually get all the way back there.
Yeah, you can actually try and smash it, and just be aware you can miss it. You can just hold down, and you will catch up to the ball and hit it normally.
Am I supposed to be using A or B to do this?
A.
A, okay.
B is
never
always
used-
a lob.
Don't use B in the serve squares. You will probably hit it out. That's really a high level take. That's not really useful for anything. That's
Okay, so
Don't-
we'll
don't
assume
use-
it's everything's A until we hear otherwise. Okay.
yeah. Only use B when the computer moves down to the net and you stay at the baseline. That's the only time you should use B.
I see, because otherwise that's just going to go way too far and it'll be out.
Yeah.
Alright, got it.
I would like to point out I won my first game just now.
I've won one by
Nice.
accident. I had a really terrible computer performance. Alright.
Yeah, actually, I turned away and got 2 double faults while I was tending to these dogs that just showed up. My sister came to visit and brought her 2 dogs, so if I go silent for a while, it's probably because of them.
Alright, so let's see. So we got that.
And now for aiming the smash. That's very, very important. Forehand smashes, if you hit them late in the animation, they will fly to the left, and backhand to the right. If you hit them very early, they will probably fly just straight. So that's really something you need to practice to get the most of it, because the computer isn't always that generous giving you space to smash your ball, so you need to find those little tiny angles to pass in. So, well, you just need to try to practice the timing for it. I don't know if BadBrakes, if you have some.
You want to hit the ball when it's almost already swung. The racket at the peak of his to get it straight.
Yes, to get it straight, you need to hit it when the ball is on top of you, on you, really. Be very late to the peak. So when to hit a very wide or angled shot, you need to press the button before the ball reaches you.
Alright, so when the computer is serving, should I also be right up at the net?
No,
Okay.
the ball must bounce once before you
Right.
can hit it. So don't try to catch it as fast as possible, because sometimes he'll hit it too far and you hit it and you will lose a point. So just stay at the baseline and
Wait,
Be
stay at the
aware.
baseline when the computer is serving?
yes,
Okay.
that's the safest. You really don't have to adjust much. It's just when he moves towards the sideline, then you can sometimes get a very hard, very angled shot. So you have to run very far outside the court to catch up. That's something you need to be aware of also when he serves. If he does that, you need to hit the ball very early, or else you will just hit the ball straight and it will never reach the court.
So should we talk about the fast serve, the ace?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Show your tricks.
I'm gonna try to show the. I think it's a two frame window, 2 or 3 frame window. You'll notice when you hit the ball that it's gonna go a lot faster when you serve. I'm gonna try to get one here. I like to do it on the way up, but you can also do it on the way down. There's 2 visual cues you can use for it. You have the little shadow on the ground. When it throws up the ball, it's get bigger. But I like to do it just react. Once you see he throws the ball up, you hit the A.
So
Try here.
Are you looking at the shadow as the sign? As the
I
cue?
was starting to look at the shadow, but now I just watched the ball. When he, right after he throws it up. Oh shit! Let's see.
Oh, there it is. I see.
Nope.
So you just watch to see the ball leave his hand, and the moment you see that, you press it?
Yeah, it's a timing thing.
And you're doing it from the center line, it looks like.
Yeah, I like to do it from the center line always. I haven't got it yet though. Oh shit! There it is. Oh. But it's kind of tricky. If you hit too late, you're gonna make a fault. It's pretty tight window.
Yeah, I see that. It seems like, yeah, if I miss it, I get a fault. Actually, that time it looked like I got the fast ball speed, but I still got a fault.
Yeah, and sometimes you get the fast speed, and he still returns the ball. So. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, that time I got the fast speed, and it had faulted as well. So there's just a certain timing window that's maybe a little earlier than that.
That means that you're probably a couple of frames too late. You still get the speed, but you hit it too late.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so good earlier. I can't get it.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
What? I can get it. There we go. But it took it.
Okay.
But I don't think it's. I think the best thing is to mash to just get it over, so you don't lose time. But
Okay, so the safest thing is just mash the A button, and then you'll serve it the earliest you can, basically.
Yeah. And what I think was the easiest way to do it, that I just serve mash, I wait for a bit, and then go up to the net, and make him come forward, and then smash it in like that. Usually works every time. So you stand in the middle, go straight up. Oh shit, he turned around. Guess I'm gonna shoot it.
So now you like serving from near the center line.
Yeah. I like to do that.
Okay.
Because I get those return just like that, if you can see.
Alright, there we go. You see him.
Usually.
There we go.
So straight up. I usually can win the ball right away.
See, like that right there. Okay, so you served it, and then you waited just a moment, and then ran up to the net, and then the computer rushed the net, and then you hit it behind the computer.
Yeah, he's gonna do a lob every time, I think. Let me try. So I run up to the net. Oh wait, I forgot to wait a little bit. Ah! I mean, there's you can do whatever makes feels good. If you want to do it at the sides, I just prefer to do it in the middle.
Okay. But is that going to affect the computer's pattern?
I'm not sure, but I think I always get a lob when I do that. If I delay a little bit before I run up to the net.
Well, the problem is when he stands in the middle, you actually have a smaller space to smash the ball, so there's that. When you stand at sideline server, you will force him outside the court. So your window to smash is much greater. That's why I do like I do.
I just did when I went through the serve frame by frame, and it looks like there was only one frame where I got an ace.
Oh, maybe it's one frame then.
Alright, a one-frame trick. Well, if you want to try it.
Man, I did eight in a row at one time. That's pretty good, I guess. One frame, huh?
Okay. Alright, so we've gone over serving and returning the serve, right? Anything else that any other basics that we want to cover?
Well, there's one thing I forgot to mention about smashes. If the computer doesn't return with a lob when you stand at the net, you might be able to smash, or you might not.
Yeah.
So, well, that's really how much you want to gamble. Safest when he does that is just to move back and hit normally, or you can try and do a smash, or if you don't think it will be a smash, you will do a normal swing at the net. The problem is when you do a normal swing at the net, if you don't have exact timing, you will hit it out. That's a problem. So, do you want to gamble, or do you want to move back and be safe? That's really up to you.
Okay. Can you explain again the difference between the normal and the smash?
What do you
Like,
mean?
what's okay? What you said you have the option of doing the normal hit or the smash.
Yes, the height of the ball determines if you smash or you do a normal swing. So if you can't tell at what height the ball is, then you're really gambling
I see.
what you will get. And also, since the forward or overhead smash has such a tiny hitbox, if you do it, you expect a regular swing, not a smash, but the ball is high enough to do a smash, you will smash and you will miss a ball. So there's lots of tiny little things to take in consideration there.
Yeah, I
So-
would recommend if you're at the net and he returns with a low ball, I think you should always go back up from the net and just hit it back over either a lob or a. Because as you said, it's really a gamble if you're too close to the net. You don't know if it's a high or low ball.
So I really recommend new players to set up a sort of a game plan before a match. What will you do in certain situation, and just do that every time. Because losing a game point, that's really bad. It's much better to play safe and slow than gamble and losing fast, so to speak. So, yeah.
Yeah, and it's much easier to win the winner ball when you do when you serve. So,
Yeah.
like when he served, it can take like 2 minutes to win a game. I think it's much harder when he serves, because you always get the option to go up to the net after you serve, so you can probably smash it in. So there's I don't know how safe it is. I guess the chicken strat is if you have won 3 games, just go up to the net here and smash his serve right away. And just let him win the set. I think it takes about 20 seconds.
Are you saying if you're losing 3 games?
Yeah, you gonna lose intentional a game just so you can serve again. I think it's overall gonna save time for the beginners, because it's so much harder to win the ball when he serves.
Yeah,
Well,
the idea
I'm-
is you in terms of tennis, you break him once while he's serving, and then you just hold after that by letting him win all the games he serves, and then winning the game all the games that you serve. You'll end up with a 7-5, I think, or maybe it's a 6-4.
Or if you start do it, try win 3 games first, and then you can do it.
Yeah.
But it's really a huge gamble to do that, so
Yeah,
you really have to be good with the serve to do this. And
Yeah, but it's how I think someone did it. He got like 7 minutes consist doing that, because it's so much easier with your own serve.
okay.
I
Right.
see. That's interesting. You just
Okay,
once you're up by
that's
enough,
good.
you can just waste all of your, lose all the games that your opponent serves and win the ones that you serve. Makes sense.
And I think also if you under with like 30 or 40 to 0, I think you always should let him win that set. Oh, that game.
Mhm.
At least if he got 40 points, I think you should just let him win that one. Because it's going to take too much long time to try a win. And it's could be a possible deuce, which is when it's 40, both have 40, you have to win 2 points. That's going to be a long game to win, I guess.
Okay. All right. Are there any other general techniques you want to cover?
I don't have anything more, I think.
There's one thing. I need to win this. No, I can just. Oh, he's doing the serve. Okay, when he serves, a rush to the net. You can hit the ball if the ball goes far enough. Let's say to the right now. You can hit the ball at the line and pass him. I need the angle. It's a kind of tricky shot, but he needs to go to the net. That's not gonna work. Oh, that worked anyways. Let's see here. Here we go. There we go. There's the ball. You see, I hit it straight down the line there.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it's a kind of tricky shot, but you need to hit the ball with the racket on the line, and he needs to rush to the net.
Yeah, it's really a hard shot.
Yeah, it is hard, but it's very effective if you can get it. And
Okay.
I find it easier on the right side than the left side.
So if you're on the right side and you want to hit it down the line, you want to kind of hit it during the middle of your swing.
Yeah, or at the end of
No,
right at the end. I think to get it straight. I guess I don't know.
no, it's early middle somewhere there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Early middle.
won't early
If it-
send it cross court?
No, it's late, or rather late in the swing, so to speak.
Late, okay.
Yeah,
Middle to late.
Middle to late. Oh, okay, I see.
yeah. You press the button late to do a straight shot, but it's early in the swing, if you understand what I mean there.
I think as you know, as a beginner and someone who's struggling, I just realized I'm always hitting the button kind of at the same time, like in terms of how close the ball is to me, and so that's why I'm always getting, based on where I'm standing, I'm always getting the same shots, and I think learning how to vary which direction you hit it is the key to being really consistent, because sometimes you won't hit it out if you're always on the left side hitting it to the right or the right side hitting it to the left. It's gonna be in, but the computer is very good at punishing you for that. So I think it's worth taking things a step further and learning how to aim, basically how to put the ball in different parts of the court regardless of where you are, and that's all about when you hit the ball during your swing.
Yes, it's a very good thing to try to practice how to push the computer out to the sideline, basically.
Yeah.
That's a
I got
nice thing to...
here now, so I can show what I mean there. When he rushed to the net here, I can pass him to the left there. It's a kind of tricky shot. I can do it a couple times here.
I see. So the computer has to rush the net after serving for this to work. And
Yeah,
then if
and-
you hit it down one of the sidelines, just straight down the line, the computer is not even going to fight back.
Yeah, but it's a very precise shot, I guess.
Yeah, it looked
No.
like that one time you came in a little bit more towards the center, and he hits it right back at you.
There we go. I think you need to hit the ball at the line when the ball is over the line to get it somewhat straight.
There's probably one more thing I should mention. When I watch streams for the tennis practice, I've seen people running around hitting the ball, and suddenly you just miss it. So what's happened there is when the ball bounces, you cannot hit it. You will always miss it. So if you want to be really safe, only hit the ball when you have passed below the baseline. And when you will never have that problem.
So just stay all the way at the bottom?
No, just below the baseline.
Or just below the baseline? Oh, not all the way. Okay, just below the baseline. Got it.
If you move it too far down, you might be in a situation where you can't hit the ball at all costs. Well, he doesn't hit it fast enough, so it just bounces 2 times and it's over.
Yes, that is much easier. If I stand just below the baseline, I'm not having nearly the problems I was having. So yeah, I guess then part of the problem is that I'm hitting the ball when it's too low, like while it's trying to bounce on the ground and it's going right under my racket.
Yeah. And it's the same thing for a computer. You can actually hit it under this racket too, if you have good timing with your smash.
So I've got a save state here, the tiny little screen up in the top middle. And I'm pretty far to the left of the ball. So my shots are going to favor the left side. If I hit it on the first possible frame, the ball ends up... it's almost impossible to see. Am I capturing my mouse cursor? Maybe that will help. The mouse cursor should be a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah, there we go. So the ball's right here. That's where it's landed. And if I do it on 10 frames later, which is the latest I can hit the ball. Nope, maybe it's 9. The ball is here. So, because I'm so far away from the ball, this is the variance I can get. So if I wanted to put it over here, I can't do it from where I'm standing because I'm too far to the left of the ball. So if you're playing it safe and standing to the left when you're on the right side, or standing on the right to hit it left, you can't really control where you put the ball exactly. You only have this small range to work with. So you really want to get used to centering yourself with the ball.
Yeah.
And then that will give you a wider range where you can put the ball.
Yeah, that left-right thing is just for beginners. To have a chance to get a feel for it without the risk of hitting it out. So, if you want to get more advanced and try to place the ball exactly where you want it, you need to, move around a bit more. And with the risk that you can hit your ball on yourself or you hit it out and so on. So, it's up to you how much you want to push it, really.
So I definitely find it easier to hit the ball when I'm standing just below the baseline, but I find it very hard to actually win one of these points.
Yes, you should never stay at the baseline. That's just for practice.
Just for practice, okay.
Yes. So as soon as you hit it at the baseline, you move up to the net. If computer moves down towards the net, you should try to smash if you have a chance. If you don't, you should move down, do a lob, and move back up. He will never smash on your lobs. So that's safe.
So I got a little save state here. I think he did he shot the first one in the net. So if I stand still here, he's gonna do that shot every time. Let's see here. I'm gonna do it a couple times here. Let him shoot. Let's say 3 times. It's gonna be the same every time. But if I move 1 pixel, oh, is that 1 pixel? He always gonna shoot to the net. So this I think you can manipulate this game pretty much. I think that is a pixel again. No, that was not a pixel. Oh wait. Let's see here. That should be it. Whatever. I think you can, if you want to look in deeper to this game, based on the positioning where you stand. I think you got a little window after he throws the ball and hit it. I think you can be able to manipulate, like taking a pixels step. Just push it, but I don't think it's good for this race. Though, just for the future, if anyone wants to break this game,
I see.
You can manipulate the computer.
Okay. So let's see. Anything else that we haven't gone over?
No, I think that should be all, mostly.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to talk about anything specifically in the video, or what?
Well, not really. It's just a bunch of example of how to win points, really. So, yeah, as you play, you will get in tons of different situations, and you just really have to recognize when you have a chance to win the ball. That's basically what it comes down to.
Okay. How do I, when I'm standing up at the net, how do I know if the ball is going to be high enough for me to, or at the right height for me to smash it? What do I look for?
Experience. But no, really, if it races very, very fast, you can expect it to be too high to smash. However, there are exceptions, like if a computer stands far to the right or left and hit a crossball to the other side of the court, you might have a chance to reach it if you move down into the serve square. But it's not guaranteed, so you really just have to practice and get a feel for it. If you're not confident, you should just move back to the line and hit a normal or a lob, like that, and continue from there. That's basically how much you want to gamble.
Yeah, it definitely seems like if I don't know what to do, it's best into the baseline where I'm guaranteed to be able to hit it back and then regroup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's good advice about staying, sort of on the inside of the ball. You know, if it's on the right, you stay to its left. If you're on the left, you stay to its right. That's, definitely makes it much more likely that I'm going to hit it in and not out.
Yeah, and when you try to smash, be sure you do the right smash. So do a little wiggle to see if your character will change position and switch to the left or right side. So you don't accidentally hit the wrong smash. It's kinda easy when it gets a little hectic, so to say. And you just hit an overhead smash instead of a backhand and you hit it out. So the level 3 speed is slow enough for you to have time to check that you're actually standing at the right side. So if you get a little more advanced, you can gamble with that.
So I've got a different save state, and I kind of went through frame by frame. And I should be pretty centered with the ball. I paused like the first frame I saw my guy flip around. And when I hit it as soon as possible, it hits the wall before it hits the ground. Or it would if the NES was actually simulating a wall, and it doesn't. Just it's sprite there. But it's way over there. And there's a whopping 22 frame window this time, as opposed to 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, I think should be it. Nope. This is where it lands, right here. So the distance is quite a bit bigger when you're centered than when you are to the side of the ball. So the closer to the center that you get, basically the more control you have. And it also seems that the window is bigger for hitting the ball at all. So it kind of changes how you need to swing, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's pretty true. The closer you stand to the ball, you later in the swing you can actually hit it. Sort of. I think so. It's what I experience. So, well, it's not exactly science there, but something like that.
I see. So getting close to the ball when you hit it makes a difference.
Yeah, but you also run the risk of hitting yourself. So.
All right. Do you think that there's any use in practicing on easier difficulties and working your way up, or is the timing just so much different that it's not going to help you?
Well, if you're really, really bad at hitting the ball, then maybe. Otherwise, you will just do yourself a disfavor and get the wrong timings.
Okay. What is the difference between the difficulty levels?
Well, the ball speed and how often the computer will actually just miss the ball. If you just play back and forth from the baseline, he will eventually miss it. At level 1 and 2 it's pretty common, but at level 3 it rarely happens.
So they just insert random badness in the computer's behavior. It'll just randomly miss it.
Yeah, more or less.
Well, alright. Does anybody have any other questions about this? Anybody in the audience have anything they want to ask? We've already talked a bit about the overall strategy. You know, if you were already up 3 games, then it makes sense to, if you're, confident in your ability to win the matches where you have the serve, you can just, what did you say, run up to the net and just smash all the computer serves right back at them in order to lose the game really quickly so that you can get your serve back.
Yeah.
We also talked about how if you're in a game where you're already losing to the computer scored several points, and you haven't, and you're far behind, you're most likely going to lose that, so you may as well just lose it right away and move on to the next set so that you don't lose time, playing that one out and then starting another. I would definitely recommend using that reset button if you lose the first game, or, if you're not doing too well in the first few games and you think you're going to end up losing the whole set. I wouldn't bother playing out the rest of it, because all that matters is the time that you get. It doesn't matter how many times you have to reset to get it. Let's see. Any other just general speed strats that go beyond just being able to play tennis well?
I don't know.
No, I don't have anything really.
Okay.
Personally, I try to win every game point, because even if it's slow, we'll have one more point, so to speak, and you can't guarantee that the next point will be any faster. So that's how I play it. The RNG in this game is pretty brutal. So I just take every opportunity I have instead of just betting that it will be faster next time. So, well, that's up to you.
So I am still not playing well. but I think I have a pretty good sense of what I'm doing wrong, and the sorts of like I hit it and I'm like, I really should not have been on that side of the ball at all. So it's kind of like the Dark Souls approach, where when you screw up, it's your fault, and it makes you want to get in there and do the right thing next time.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, the problem I keep having is that I always hit the ball right as it's bouncing, and that's, not going to work. So that's a problem.
I'm
I
real good at getting hit by the ball.
Oh yeah, that happens too. But I definitely like the advice of just playing it back and forth a few times, and you just stay there at the baseline and just get used to the fact that you can actually steer the ball by hitting it early and late. Because to begin with, it's going to be hard to hit it at all. But eventually, once you get better at that, you'll start to be able to see that you can provide just a little bit of control. I mean, we saw on Mythical Stream that sometimes you don't get, too much of a span of, where the ball could hit, but you do have some degree of control, and that helps. But yeah, that and just like understanding that when you're up at the net, when it's going to do the smash shot and when it's not, because yeah, you're going to end up doing the wrong kind of shot if you think that you're going to be smashing, but it's actually not possible, or if you get a smash when you're expecting a normal hit. Yeah, I don't really have any way of explaining how to tell when it's going to be a smash or not, but I guess over time you'll get used to that.
Not really. I haven't still so.
You still don't. You still can't always tell.
No, it is really, really hard.
Have we mentioned that if the ball's moving really slow and you botch a smash, you can actually run backwards and get to the ball with a normal swing before it gets out?
We haven't mentioned that, but I have done that in a couple cases.
That is a thing you can do.
You can just keep swinging at it and following the ball.
Yeah.
As long as you don't touch the ball, you have as many chances as you want to try to hit it.
And you just saw it on my video.
What's that?
You just saw an example of that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But well, maybe the delay is too big. Again, so so you can gamble there. If you think the ball will be too high, just move down into the third square a bit, smash and hold down.
Mm-hmm. Alright, there's also these instances where you're at the net and the computer's at the net and you just start hitting it back and forth between each other really quickly. Is that a winning, like what was happening for just a moment there? Is that a winning scenario? Should you just keep doing that until the computer misses? Or is that something that you want to get out of?
I think that is what they call the gamble thing. Gamble if you hit the ball right.
Sometimes the computer will try to make a pass shot. It will place it very far to your right or left. If that happens and you preemptively press a button, you will hit it and pass him instead.
Okay.
But that's very, very hard and very random. So, yeah, don't do that, basically.
I think, because a lot of people were like, I tried it and I'm not getting it, and I feel them because I've been doing it for about an hour now and I'm still losing most every game.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like I am learning. So don't take your lack of games as a mark of your progress. It's gonna take a while before you start winning games, and I think once you kind of cross that threshold, you'll find you start winning a lot of games rather than every now and then.
That's my experience. That's very, very true.
So I think the best advice we could give is just keep playing. You're not doing anything wrong per se. It just really does take that long to get the hang of it.
Yep, and I guess eventually get good at playing at the net and get good at smashing, because that's going to be the easiest way to win. The farther you are from the net, it seems harder and harder to win points. So
yeah, it's all about the practice.
Yeah, play the game as much as you can. That is my tip.
All right, cool.
Like when you feel confident about all the rest of the games, just play this game.
Oh,
It's
man.
just about
All
positioning
just went
yourself,
clear over me.
taking quick decisions if you're gonna hit it from the left or the right.
Yeah, I'm at the point now where every time I screw up, I see what I did wrong, but I'm not able to make the right decision in the moment yet. I get
it's all about-
hindsight.
Yeah, you need to make the right decision. If you face it the wrong way, you're probably gonna hit it out. If you close to the net, I guess.
Do you recommend lobbing it over the computer when he gets up close to the net, or trying to hit a passing shot to the side?
I don't like to lob because it takes so much time to let the ball.
Sure.
The thing is, when the computer serves, let's see here. Do I have a save state? Here, when he serves and rush to the net, okay, let's try again. No. Come on. Come on. No. God damn it, come. There. If you return a low, he always gonna do a really fast smash. And it's faster than normal. If you're doing if you're not lob over him and you return with a low ball, he's gonna do a faster smash. But if you take that shot, he's gonna back up most of the time. Sometimes you need to go back and forth one more time until it backs off the back line, and then he will do a lob. Let me get a state. It's bad. Let me see. Okay, so now I have rushed to nets, so I'm gonna return. Shit, that was a fault. He's rushed in. Okay, now I got a save stick here. So I'm gonna return it now. He's gonna do that smash, and that is always he's always gonna do that, and it's faster than normal. That is like the only time he smash. What the fuck? So if you return and take that ball, let me see if I can do this. Ah. Then he's gonna always back up just like that, and then he's gonna make a lob. And normally you can smash it in, but I kind of failed there. Let's try it again. So now he's gonna back up and make a lob, or miss. So it's a gamble if you're gonna do a low shot to make him go to the back there. But it's a strategy you can do, but it's a gamble. It's a guaranteed it's gonna go to the back if you return that fast smash he does.
So, I just ran into a situation where the computer gave me an easily smashable shot, but it was way over on the sideline, and then he positioned himself in the middle. So when I would go up to smash it, I'd usually be approaching it from the left, and so my shot would go to the left from the sidelines, which means going to the middle, which is exactly where he's standing, and then he just hits it right back and I'm done. Is there a way to smash it down the sideline, basically? Like if you get all the way around the ball, can you hit it? Yeah?
Yes, that's very possible, but like you said, if you miss, you either hit it out or he will smash it in. So the timing for that is very tight. But it's
So
possible.
do you recommend doing that, or is there a safer option?
Safer option, no. Then you just have to run back and do a regular lob.
Okay.
It's just up to your own skill. So
Yeah, I think for beginners, if the computer rushes the net, I think you need to back off and try lob over him, getting back to the back line. So he's doing the lobs, and you get the smash opportunities. I think that is the best way. If he has positioned himself at the net, you just want to lob it over.
well, that's a slow strat, but it's very, very consistent.
Yeah, and he's gonna make the further back he is, the bigger chance he is that he's gonna make a lob. When he's all the way back to the back line, he's always gonna do a lob. So try get him as far back as possible to get a smash opportunity.
A thing I'm doing a lot now is that when I try to get centered on the ball, I get just to the point where my guy flips around, and that kind of changes where his racket is, and then I completely miss the ball, or it just hits me in the face.
Yeah.
So you need to start, like, if you want to get centered with it, that's a good idea, but you also have to, if you can't go too far, or if you do go too far, you want to keep going even further so that your racket is sort of in the same place, just from the other side.
I would actually recommend serving from the middle and mash and just go straight up for beginners. It's usually really easy to get the smash in. Straight up. Just like that.
Wait, so you serve from close to the center line and then just press up after that to rush the net.
Yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. And here I'm gonna slice it back up a little, just so I can smash it in. It usually always works. Usually always work. Can you say that?
Usually always works?
Yeah.
You can say it, but I don't know if that's right.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
That is my tip for the beginners. Stand in the as far in the middle you can. Go straight up, and oh shit.
Yeah.
And try smash it in. It's very consistent actually.
Do you find that the computer reacts to your movement?
Well, he probably does, but
Because like
something
when he hits a lob and I get up into the net because I want to smash it, he seems to go to the net himself, and I'm wondering if I hang back longer and then run up, does that kind of trick him into staying back there?
I have actually experimented with that, but I can't find anything consistent, so it's probably something like that, but you should really try to mess with it.
It's just try everything out. What feels best. If you want to serve and go to the serve from the sides, serve from the middle. Just play a couple games and see which is best for you.
Play a lot of games.
Play a lot of games, but oh my god.
I am so bad at hitting these really high
Me too.
shots.
I missed every one.
I like to back up in those small boxes, like stand just above the middle line.
As a rule, you could, when you see the computer do a high lob and it's completely straight or almost straight, you should probably always run back. There's a very small chance you will reach it.
Deuce. Oh, that's bad. What? How the hell did he?
So Everhate's saying that he prefers to serve wide from the advantage court, but narrow from the deuce court.
Yeah, and by the way, deuce court is the one on the right.
And the advantage court's the one on the left. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's my
wide.
strategy for level 5 actually. But I have better luck with standing at the sidelines at level 3, but maybe just me. That's how I play it.
Wait, so does that mean that... Okay, wide from the court on the left, but narrow from the court on the right. So that means you're always standing to the left of the spot that of the range of places you can stand?
Yes. Always to the left.
Okay, so always left from where you start. Okay.
I would recommend though to try hit the balls at the lines, the sidelines. I guess. Oh, Mario, come on. That was the end.
Yeah, what's the button to bribe Mario?
Oh my god. I guess this game will separate a lot of players early in the race.
Yeah, this is the third game in the race, so this is already... The sticking point is going to be pretty early on.
Yeah, the best game I got was like 5:30 or something. 5 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah,
And,
that's really good. Anything
Yes.
better than minutes is really good, I think.
Okay, so, but then again, I got game sets like 10-12 minutes also, because I usually lose it all the time when he serves. It can be really tricky to win the ball when he serves. So I say if you like between 8 and 10 minutes in the race, I think you should be happy with that time.
I think doing it on the first try you should be happy with. I think
Yeah.
anything like that.
It's like you kind of getting the feel for a game. Either you have it right away, or you have to really practice a lot. I don't know. I didn't find this game that hard.
You are in the minority.
Right.
Yeah, that was like the whole fuss was about. Well, oh, the tennis is gonna. People are not gonna join because of tennis. I had to try it out. I have never played it though, and I won the first match. I think it was 12 minutes. My first try, so I was like, no, we're gonna keep this computer-free level because a lot of people wanted to go down a level maybe.
Yeah, I know I do.
But I think you need to like put the same amount of practice, maybe more. Like in this game, you compare to like Castlevania, which is known for a pretty hard game. So it's
Yeah,
just about practice.
Yeah, there's a lot of time to save in this game, so it's really worth it.
Yeah, I think this is the game you can save the most of the time in. Because it's gonna be between 6 and 12 minutes, I think, for people.
Yeah, this spot of being just a little bit above the middle line seems pretty good for returning the really high balls.
Yeah, that is where I like to back off, but not too far back because then you're gonna hit the net. So I really like to size up. just standing over it, about, I think it's about 4 pixels over that line. And you'd be guaranteed never hit the net that way. I kind of actually enjoy this game after. I will probably play some. I haven't won the computer fight yet. I got 4 games. Last. What is your time on the comp fight, Christian?
For both
That
matches,
is the full game, right?
yeah, 2 full games. That's 32 minutes, something.
I might have to do that.
Yeah, go for it. It's pretty challenging.
Yeah. It's so much faster on. I can show you level 5. And oh shit.
All right. Well, do you want to say anything else before we call an end to this tutorial here?
Well, basically, make a game plan and stick to it. That's basically it.
Yep. Decide on your strategy ahead of time, and
Yeah.
just stick to it and practice that until you're able to reproduce it every time.
And then don't start to gamble when the computer is at match point, basically.